Hey, my fellow writing addicts. I'm Marissa.
I'm Haley.
And today we're playing a new game that I have been dying to play.
This is like podcast days.
Oh, I tried so hard, you guys, and it's finally here.
Unfortunately, you came up with it and really wanted to do it at like the worst time.
But we are playing Real or Fake. And I'm sure you've seen this around YouTube where people take, usually anime, and they describe it and it's like, is it a real or is it fake? And now we're doing it with books. Yes.
Marissa, would you like to explain the rules?
No, would you?
This is your game.
I hate you.
You've been dying to do this.
Yeah, but I like it when you say the rules. Okay, so.
You lazy hoe.
Yeah. So each of us are going to take turns reading a description and a title of a book with the name of an author, and the other person has to naturally guess if it's real or fake. And, you know, whoever gets the most points at the end wins. We do have a tiebreaker, but it's a mystery until we actually get to it.
Hopefully we don't.
Never. I don't want us to ever do a tiebreaker.
Adds to the mystery. So just lose.
Yeah, Haley, lose.
Yeah, Marissa,
exactly.
lose. Yeah, just lose, Marissa. Wow, I'm so, thank you for your sacrifice for just losing.
Yeah, your sacrifice, all right.
All right.
Shove.
Who wants to go first? Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, God.
1 out of 1.
Okay. Scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I won, and I don't know what I won.
Oh my God.
Does that mean I go first?
Decide.
You go first.
Okay. Ooh, this is going to be...
What's fun is I just realized that I want you to guess first, not read first, but you're already pulling it up, so...
Yes. Are you ready, Marissa?
I'm going to look at the camera so I don't cheat.
All right.
YouTube, give me strength.
Mm-hmm. Pretty and popular 17-year-old Brooke Emerson is the envy of her classmates and even some of her closest friends. But while she seems to have it all, Brooke has never felt so lost. Ever since she sustained a head injury during a cheerleading stunt the previous year, she's suffered from a disorder that causes her to fly into uncomfortable, sometimes violent rages. As hard as she tries to keep it together, she finds herself in danger of jeopardizing her seemingly perfect life. It isn't until Brooke meets Jake, a handsome and charismatic stranger, that she feels like she's found someone who not only understands her, but accepts her for who she is. As tempting as it is to get swept up in the romance, she can't help but feel like something in the relationship isn't quite right. When her best friend is brutally murdered, Brooke has no choice but to depend on her new love, especially because she's worried that she might be the killer. It is called Murdered at 17 by Christine Conrad.
I'm torn. Because a part of me thinks it's real, but a part of me thinks you made it up.
Man, I wonder.
Murdered.
Murdered at 17.
I'm gonna go with my gut and say it's fake.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah. Ooh, sorry. Had my hands on my tablet and it was like, what do you want?
All right, Marissa, go. I'm interested to see what you have come up with, or maybe didn't come up with.
Bum, bum, bum. Okay. So, here we go. Iris is once again the new girl in a new town her mom dragged her to. Everything is dull and predictable until she meets the dark and mysterious Troy, a bad boy with a crazy secret. Days on end he ignores her, but somehow always shows up when she's in trouble. Even though he refuses to admit it, Iris can tell that he wants to be at her side, and after a close call, he finally starts to let her into his world. Just as the two begin to get close, an old flame reappears. Eric is suddenly in town and he needs Iris's help. Someone or someones are after him. Although she and Troy have only begun to trust each other, she'll need him to help save her old flame and maybe even the town. But can Eric and Troy get along enough for the group to succeed, or will Troy's tragic past tear them apart? This is Before You and Me Collide by Isabel Amberly.
I'm going to go with my gut and say, oh, if it is what I think it is, props to you. I think it's fake.
It is fake.
Whew. You know what tipped me off? The names.
Yeah.
For some reason, I heard the name Iris, and then I heard Troy, and then I heard Eric, and I'm like, that sounds like names of characters Marissa would totally use. And that's really the only thing that tipped me off.
I mean, it sounds like a generic.
Yeah.
I tried so hard, and I'm glad you got it, but like, trust me, writing these, I'm like, will she get it? Will she not? Will it be easy or will it be hard? The fact that you even like had to go back and forth, I was like, I've done my job.
All right, are you ready?
No, this game's hard.
Okay. 911, what's your emergency? Hi, I'd like to inform you of a murder about to happen. 2 hours later, a man is found dead in his home. That phone call haunted 911 operator Justine Baker, but her life is difficult enough. Her teenage son is growing distant from her. Her 5th grade daughter is getting bullied. Her ex-husband is refusing to pay child support, and she's fighting with her best friend. There's no time to worry about that phone call. Until 2 weeks later, when she got the call again. This time, it's a woman she went to high school with. Then again a week later, this time a coworker, and the serial killer is dubbed the courtesy caller. And again 4 days later, this time her neighbor. Then only a day later, she gets the call again, but this time the script is flipped, and so is her life. 911, what's your emergency? Hi, I'd like to inform you of a kidnapping about to happen. That day, her daughter doesn't come back from school.
Ooh.
It's called The Courtesy Caller by P.T. Bryan.
I have a good feeling that's real.
Is that a fun answer?
Yeah. Damn it, you're too good at this.
Oh, really? And that took me forever to write.
Well, okay, so did my first one, because these things are, like, long!
I know!
So fucking long.
These are hard. But that's actually a story that I thought about writing one day. So I literally just went to my story ideas, and I'm like, sure.
Maybe I should do that. Okay. Since you're doing so good, I'm gonna do the hard one that I found first.
Oh, boy. All right.
Because, yeah.
Did you find or did you write?
That's the question, isn't it? That was so creepy. I wish you guys could see that. Because I know all you saw was her just look away, but all I saw was... I'm like, whoa. Creepy. Okay. Mom and I just needed a place to start over. Somewhere to move on from the past that haunts us. Smoky Hills, Tennessee seemed to be exactly what we needed. Here, I could be invisible. That's it. No, my bad. I can't read. That is, until quarterback Liam Bronson decides I'm important. Even though there are plenty of girls who would love his attention, he doesn't seem to care. The way he stares at me is like I'm the only one that matters, even in a room full of people. Like he chose me. Then I discover his secret, the animal that lives inside of him. He tells me to leave, that it's not safe for a human. If only my heart doesn't pound when he was around. If only he wasn't so kind. If only he wasn't exactly what I need in my life. I could honor his wish. Lucky for me, I'm not part of his pack. I don't have to obey. And this is called The Quarterback Alpha by Emma Wolfe.
You're right. It is kind of hard.
Because I already know the answer.
I'm going to say real?
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
I found that and I'm just like, God, is this cheesy?
It kind of sounds like, no offense, but it kind of sounds like fan fiction, like description.
What do you think? No offense to me for?
Not to you.
Yeah.
No offense to
the author.
Well, I guess whoever wrote the blurb doesn't have to be the author.
That's true.
But it does sound very teen romance. Well, not really romance. Teen.
When I read it, I was like, did I accidentally slip into erotica for a second?
You know, I can't think of alpha, beta, omega, the same. It's always just, yeah.
It's two things. It's either erotica or it's fan fiction. Like, I can't...
What do you mean? Erotica or fan fiction?
Well...
It's always
erotica. Is it in erotica, like, book genre, or is it in fan fiction?
True.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, you're happy. You should be happy. You'd have to, like... I'd have to get both these right, really, just for us to even tie.
Both. There's only one left.
Oh, that's right. I'm losing my mind, guys.
Okay.
Before she talks, she did apologize to me. before this got started. So I have a sick feeling I know what's coming. And if Haley doesn't appear in other videos, it's because I killed her.
You know what? I just realized what you thought I did.
Yes.
I should do that.
No, you shouldn't!
Forget it. Wait, where is it? No.
No! I will burn the book.
Oh, that's hilarious. I'm gonna do that eventually. I'm gonna do that. No, sorry for different reasons. All right, here it is.
Killed you.
Here it is. The book is divided into 3 parts. Part 1, before Pym. Part 2, with Pym. Part 3, after Pym. A man journeys into the mud dark until he encounters another creature like himself. Who is Pym? It's called How It Is by Samuel Beckett.
Okay, every time you said Pym, it kind of like you were saying pimp, but you forgot the P. Fuck. Hate you. Who's Pym?
It's called How It Is by Samuel Beckett.
What kills me is like it's short enough that I can't really tell if it's like one of those like really short ones that you despise, or like you just made it short and said fuck it. I'm gonna go with my gut and said it's fake. You tell me it's real, isn't it?
And okay, here's why I'm sorry. Because technically that's not the summary. Because I was determined, I don't know why, I was so determined to have this book in here, because it's really fucking weird, because it's literally about a guy who's just crawling through mud, and he meets another guy who is also stuck in mud, named Pym, and then Pym ditches him, and so he's still stuck in mud, and then eventually he can't move, and then that's the end. That's the book. But every time I look for this goddamn summary, it's only, yes, a quote, this is a masterpiece.
Of mud.
And then I look on Wikipedia, and it has somewhat of a synopsis, except it's too much of a synopsis, because it's like the entire book.
It's a synopsis instead of a summary.
And so I kind of like took bits and pieces from 2 different sources and just together, and that's what it came out. And I'm like, this one's gonna be the hard one. It sounds so fake.
Yeah, well, let's see if you keep your winning streak up in here of getting all of them right. If you remember this, then like high five to you, I guess. Okay. 15-year-old Emmy Baxter is certain nothing exciting will ever happen to her. That is until she's viciously attacked by hordes of demons on her way to class. A team of powerful angels who earlier posed as her classmates come to her rescue. Emmy soon learns that her name is the only clue given in the quest to find location of a sacred map that shows the way to the Bridge of Souls. If evil gains access to the souls, it will use them to create an army and annihilate the world. Emmy has no idea where the map could be or why her name was given as a clue, but that doesn't stop evil from hunting her all over the posh Upper East Side of New York City. I wish I could fucking read. While battling evil and still trying to make it to class on time, Emmy finds herself falling hopelessly in love with team leader Marcus Kane. Emmy is shocked to find out that Marcus is deeply in love with her. Unfortunately, the team's all-knowing guide makes a frightening prophecy. If Marcus and Emmy unite, the world will burn. Will Emmy and Marcus stay away from each other if it means saving the world, or will they give in to their all-consuming love? If being with the one meant the end of all things, could you stay away? This is Guardians the Girl by Loya Stiville.
I'm going to say real?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've read this book.
Oh.
And when it says, like, will they let the world burn, my first thought was, this book should burn. I'm sorry, I do not like this book. Because when they fall hopelessly in love, they make eye contact and instantly want to drop whatever they have in their hands and, like, make out in bone. But it's a teen book, so they don't say bone. They just say they're deeply in love. But they want to fuck. That's just all they want to do. But they don't mention, though, is that Marcus is actually in a relationship with a woman, no, I guess girl or teenagers, at the time. And they're still trying to, like, make out and have this relationship while he's clearly eyeing this other girl. It's awkward. Well, Haley, congratulations, you won the game.
Yay!
And thankfully, neither of us had to break out that stupid tiebreaker.
Yay!
Tears of joy. Hopefully.
Thank you for the sacrifice.
I hate you so much. Shove. Well, I need a new co-host. Who lets me win? That, or I need to get so creative when it comes to these. Yes.
I just need to not be. The luck is on my side. It was
Yeah.
50-50 guess, and I guess.
You had the luck.
Yeah.
I don't know what god you sacrificed shit to, but I don't appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, well, you finally got to play your game.
I'm excited. Do you want to play again?
Yeah, sure.
I do.
What about you guys? Do you want us to play again? Tell us down below in the comments, and then make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Just hit all the buttons!
Except for the dislike.
Don't hit that one. You can also follow us on Twitter at writing_addicts or Facebook, facebook.com/writingaddicts. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.